Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
All right, What's on Tap podcast, first episode of the new year.
Welcome to 2019.
Exactly. We're very excited to get started again with, after the box of disappointment that was this year's advent calendar, next year's promises to be a much better experience.
Yes.
Because I believe we're going to create our own advent calendar.
Yes. We'll make our own. We'll divide it up so that we each choose 12 beers, per person.
Okay.
And then we'll just do like every other day. So my beers every other day, your beers every other day.
Yeah. So they'll alternate between the...
Exactly. We'll alternate between our selections.
All right. So have you had a good Christmas holiday?
Yeah. I was sick for a bit of it, unfortunately.
Were you a good boy? Did you get everything you wanted for Christmas?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
What about you?
I also had a good Christmas and got lots of fun new presents.
Did you get the new Lego set you've been asking about?
No.
Well, maybe next year.
I know. Maybe for my birthday.
Maybe. Probably not.
No. That's a lot of... So yeah, that's what happens with my daughter's birthday is in February. So what we end up doing is just taking your Christmas list and basically dividing it and going, all right, this is Christmas, this is birthday. So whatever she doesn't get for Christmas, she usually ends up getting a month and a half later for her birthday. So.
And she doesn't listen to the podcast.
No. And I don't think she would care either way. She's like, I just get my stuff.
As long as the stuff comes up sometime.
Yeah, as long as I get what I want, it doesn't matter when I get it. Okay, so what we're going to do is take a look back at the year as well as review a couple of beers. We've had a very productive year this year.
Yeah.
Not as busy as last year. We only hit one beer festival, where last year we did 4. So we need to find that balance.
Yeah, right. We only did 1.
Yeah.
We were supposed to go to Brewski, but
I had to travel to China instead.
Yeah.
But we did get. But I was able to bring back a couple of beers from China to review.
Yeah.
You weren't part of it, but it was nice to have that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have the spreadsheet in front of you?
Picking it up.
Pulling it up.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're prepared for this.
Mm-hmm.
So while he's doing that, I will talk about the first beer we're going to review today, which is from Wicked Weed. As we've all seen recently, according to AB InBev, sour beers are now a thing. They've just recently come to America. They're very excited about it. And so we are trying the Wicked Weed Brettanomyces Farmhouse Ale fermented with cherries. Comes in at 5.8% alcohol by volume.
It's the Ferme de Chien.
Ferme de Chien.
Yeah.
It's a photo-rested Brettanomyces Farmhouse Ale. This pleasantly tart, lightly hopped ale is fermented with over a pound per gallon of fresh battle on cherries to reflect and echo that the craft of the old has not been wasted on the young.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we'll just start with the review here. It smells very cherryish, but also there's a weird other under component I can't quite place.
I think it might. There's like some sort of like acetic acid, vinegary.
Yeah,
smell.
I mean, I kind of expect that with this, but for me, this is more like, like when you get, and this is going to be, you're going to just love this smell. Like, if you ever bought like an inflatable toy and you take it out of the packaging, like a pool toy, you take it out of the packaging,
It smells like
and
rubber.
smell that plasticky smell. It smells. That's kind of the smell I'm getting off of this. Yeah. The color though is quite nice. I think it's a beautiful cherryish.
That's a good point.
Color. What's that?
You keep talking about the color.
That's all I really had. It's a nice, light cherry kind of color. Are you thinking about that?
Because
that flavor.
It's let's see.
I mean, I get kind of that Flemish red kind of smell off it at the same time. but it definitely has like a plastic pool toy smell is what I'm getting the most.
Could be chlorophenols, but I doubt it. Because this like I use chlorinated tap water to brew.
That would be very surprising.
That would be very surprising,
Yeah.
So I don't think that's probably not the thing here.
Okay, well let's
see if it tastes like plastic.
cheers. Cheers. Whew. It's a bit tart.
That is incredibly tart.
But you definitely get the cherries and the kind of cinnamoniness that you get with that sometimes.
The cherry pits.
Yeah, the cherry pits. It's quite nice.
It might be the cherry pits that give you the kind of plasticky smell.
It makes sense.
Oh, not too bad.
Yeah, I'd say the second sip was much less sour than the first one. The first one was pretty intense.
Yeah, essentially lowered the pH in your mouth with like 4 points at that point. So now it's kind of ready for it. Yeah,
it's nicely carbonated.
Yeah,
I think it's really tasty. Maybe a little bit on the warm side.
this
Maybe
might
could have been
slightly warm.
Could have been a little in the refrigerator a little bit longer.
Yeah, or you could have just gotten there faster and not warmed it up on the way here.
Well, I had to take 2 buses and a train and hop, skip, and a jump.
I just hear excuses.
Quite the ordeal to get here. Now that you live out in the hinterland.
In the hinterland.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a look. This year we did. So the one festival we interviewed Oxbow founders, Daya, Cloudwater, Hoofhearted, Bee Nectar, and Seventh Son, and we got a few
The festival
interviews.
we went to was NBCC.
Excuse me, NBCC, yeah, and we're going again next year.
Yeah,
or this year, I should say.
this year.
Can't wait. Looking forward to that again.
Also going to hit up Brewski this year.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll definitely.
I think those will be the 2 ones we do this year.
Yeah.
Because
Definitely.
I just can't do as many beer festivals as before.
Yeah, I mean, you're a bit younger than me, and it's getting hard for me to do mini beer festivals. It just takes a lot out of you.
Yeah.
I don't understand how some of these people are just hitting festivals constantly,
Left and right.
Yeah, it's really impressive, or worrisome. I'm not sure which. A little bit of both. We only did 3 interviews this year, which is kind of a shame. I know we were talking about wanting to do more.
Yeah.
But we started off the year really good with Hannes from
Nerd Brewing.
thank you, Nerd Brewing, and Jens from Tuol, and Frederick from
Jacobson.
yeah.
But yeah, so maybe we can try and do more of those this year.
I hope so. That'd be a lot of fun. We did the 2 Gamma beers, so we'll definitely have to hit up more of those
Yeah, we should definitely do more of those as well.
because that's always a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to beer reviews,
How many did we do?
we did a lot. There you go. We did
Oh, Jesus.
112.
112 beers
112 beers this year, or last year.
last year.
Yeah, compare that to
Do you have...
what? Have everything, man. Everything we did.
Oh, nice.
Even the styles and the ratings we gave them.
That's cool.
Yeah, I am thorough. We could probably make
Yes, you are.
and I even have it for 2017 and 2016 too.
That's really cool. We have a full-on stats for each
All
year.
of our stats for what we've done every year.
That's really cool. We should be able to sort it by rating and stuff as well.
We should.
We can.
I know.
We can make that happen.
You should do that right now while we're.
No.
Nope.
I'm not going to start working
Formatting
Excel.
Excel. That's why I sent you this like a week ago, so you could take a look at it and get it all pretty and everything. But you're like, oh well, I'll look at it.
Did not look
I'll
at
look at it right when we get on the show, and that way I
No.
don't have to. I like the element of surprise.
Exactly. I just like doing stuff on the fly.
I know.
But yeah, so... Well, it actually would be fun to see which one we rated the highest.
Well, there was 1.5 right off the top,
What's right?
right there, which was the
Smoldering
Smoldering
Holes
Holes
Eagleware. Yeah. Not surprised.
That was from our
Smoldering
Cellar
Holes
episode. Yeah, Smoldering Holes Cellar episode where we compared the two.
There's another 5, the Eternal Darkness 2016.
Yep, that's another cellar beer. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of 4.5s on there too. A couple of 4.75s. I'd say overall we had a lot of really good beers, and then our average just really dropped out the bottom in the last month.
Yeah.
We had a lot of 0.5s and 2s and 1.25s and things like that.
A lot of disappointments.
There was a lot of the big box effect. And a couple things we just didn't review at all. I'd say
2 5s. So it was the Eternal Darkness 2016 and the Smoldering Hole Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
Those are 2 5s. That's kind of funny. Both of them are from Cellaring episodes, and both of them are Imperial Stouts.
Yeah. Not really a surprise. I think when you get Imperial Stouts, it's really easy to hit that 5 out of 5 kind of, because there's so much flavor and there's so much intensity that something like Berliner Weiss or a lager is going to have a hard time hitting a 5.
Speaking of Imperial Stouts, we have one on the show today.
We do. We need to review. We need to give this a review.
Oh, sure.
So what would you give the
first rating of the year?
First rating of the year to the Ferme de Chien. Chien?
Ferme de Chien?
Yeah, it's French for dog. That's all I know. My
extension of it.
My French is not that great.
Oh, well, neither is mine, so you're excused.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So what would
Touché.
you... Touché. Ooh la la, titty croissant. What would you give
the Wicked Weed
beer,
from
Wicked beer?
the Chien?
Yeah.
3.25. Probably going to go 3.25.
Okay. I was thinking 3.5. I think it's really good. It could be a little bit better, but...
I mean, it's quite... It's not very... I mean, it's obviously not very complex. I think it's kind of a little bit too much of those cherry pits flavor. Which I can think kind of... I don't know. It kind of breaks it a little bit for me. I really like the jammy cherryness or like jammy raspberryness instead of the sour.
I wish this was a little bit jammier. I think it would have made it a little more interesting.
Yeah. But it seems like they probably haven't used that much cherry in it because it's quite, I mean, the color is quite light.
I would say they've used about over a pound per gallon of fresh cherries.
Imperial units, man. It doesn't tell me shit.
3.25 liters?
A gallon?
Something like that, yeah.
So that doesn't make any sense. Why would you have one measurement that is 3.25 liters?
Because you're not measuring on liters, you're measuring off of...
It's just a
gallons.
Stupid measurement.
It's a weird measurement.
That
whole system is actually incredibly unnecessarily complex.
Yeah,
it's like you go cups to pints to quarts to
fluid ounces.
Well, fluid ounces is
below cups.
No, it's cups is so it's.
See, you don't even know.
I don't deal with it anymore. So it's like it's 12 ounces to a cup. It's
incredibly fucking stupid.
4 cups to a pint, 2 pints to a quart, and 4 quarts to the gallon.
See, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. It is very arbitrary and very random.
It's incredibly fucking stupid.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
I will not.
Don't get us started on Fahrenheits.
Fahrenheit it makes much more sense than
but it's still
liquid measurement
of sense compared to centigrade.
No, centigrade is a much better unit. And then there's distance where you're dealing with feet and yards and
no, it's not.
Okay, so instead, what we'll do is we'll move on to the just released Eric.
Yes,
from Brewski and Cycle Brewing. And this is really good. I might have to go back tomorrow and buy some more bottles.
Oh, did you try it already?
No, I haven't. I just said if it's any good.
Oh, if it's any good. Well, it certainly smells really good.
Well, it's brewed with hints of freedom, motorized scooters, and bald eagles. So
can never go wrong with that.
It's all perfectly balanced. So that just sounds like everything you want from a...
It smells really...
Holy crap, that smells really like coffee.
Yeah.
That is one of the most coffee beers.
It's got like that really pleasant coffee smell that I really love in a stout.
Really smells like just fresh brewed coffee. Like they just dumped a cup of coffee into the stout. Not like espresso, but just like a really...
It's not like... It doesn't smell too sweet. It doesn't smell like too chocolatey. It's got like a perfect amount of like sweetness to roastedness balance. Mm-hmm. It's perfectly balanced.
There should be a little bit of sweetness to this. Is there some lactose in it?
There is lactose in it, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too
sweet. And a shitload of Colombian Kopi roasted coffee.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's not too sweet. It's a really nice sweetness to it. Listen to the smell so far. Let's see.
Smells amazing.
Taste it.
All right, cheers, man.
What's the ABV on it?
11.
Nice. Cheers.
Oh my god, that is a gorgeous mouthfeel.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Wow. This might be the best thing that Brewski's put out in a long time.
Yep. I agree. I think this and the Dolph IPA is also excellent. I think the Dolph IPA has been my favorite from them in the past couple of months. But this is really nice.
It is just really rich.
I'm really so from the smell of it, I was just like, I really hope it's not too thin in the body.
It is not.
But it's like, as soon as it hits,
it is like, this is one of those, like, you need a fork and knife to cut it kind of. This is this is like this makes Omnipolo feel a little thin.
Yeah.
It is just
beautiful lacing on the glass as well.
Yeah, it is just absolutely gorgeous. It's like motor oil coating the edge, and there's this light, faint carbonation that pops up when you agitate it just a little bit. It just gets this beautiful golden little bubbles all over the place.
You get like this. It's almost like the sweetness comes with some kind of raisin or dates kind of flavor, but it's not too much. It is really well balanced.
Yeah, if it's a little on the sweet side for me. Yeah, like that first sip is incredibly sweet.
It's almost like you could like hear the sugar kernels crush. Yeah, you can taste the sugar.
I think what's also interesting is for as coffee as it smells, it's not a huge
coffee flavor. Yeah. I think the only thing that would improve it a little bit would have been a little bit more roastiness to it. Because for me it's also a tad on the sweet side.
Yeah, but the aftertaste is this roasted, rich, coffee, and you don't really get a lot of residual sweetness lingering.
I mean, there's some, but
yeah, I mean, especially on the lips, it's pretty sweet. But your mouth is thick and rich as it is when you drink it, and just kind of coat your mouth in like a wave of like.
It's more of like
sugar,
a ground coffee coating you get in your mouth. Yeah.
Then after it resides, you definitely get this coffee roastiness on it.
Yeah. I think this is a really well made stout.
Yeah, that is incredibly good. So this year I didn't do the breakout like I did last year, where I showed like how many we had of each style, even though I simplified the styles themselves into just IPAs and Berliner Weiss, and not get into super specific on different IPA styles. But I would say
IPAs and stouts.
IPAs and stouts are what we had the most of.
Yeah.
By far, nothing even came close. Was there anything you remember from last year that you were just like, that was so amazing, I wish we could get more of that?
I kind of want to do more. I want to get a hold of more Cloudwater stuff.
Well, it's coming up on web shops all over the place these days, so
it would be fun to do like maybe do like new English breweries who make like hazy IPAs.
Okay.
Like do a blind tasting of them, see which one is the best one.
We could do that. That wouldn't be hard to put together at all.
Like Wylam, North.
Yeah, Verdant,
Cloudwater, obviously.
Yeah, Northern Monk.
I mean, if you put those 5, I mean, we usually get those quite readily available from Box Beers or Glasbanken.
Yep.
I mean, that would be fun to put together.
Yeah,
I mean, we've been raving about Wylam forever, and obviously rightfully so. But it would be kind of fun to see, because I mean, we talk about North and Northern Monk as well, but we don't really buy their stuff that much anymore. It's like if there's Wylam or Cloudwater, as well as North and Northern Monk, At least I gravitate towards Wylam and Cloudwater.
I do. I've been doing Wylam and Verdant.
Yeah.
Those are two that I kind of gravitate towards. I Left-Handed Giant. I've been hitting them a lot recently.
Yeah.
They've been doing really good stuff.
Or we should just go to London and do the Brewski Beer Mile.
I think that sounds like an amazing idea.
That would be fun to do.
That would be a lot of fun to do.
And we should live stream it.
We should definitely do more video.
We should do some video this year.
Not just put out the episodes through YouTube.
Yeah.
I know. Here you are, hearing all the planning for Nick for this year.
Yeah. No, Brewski Beer Mile would be fun to do.
Yeah.
And we could just. Well, I mean, I guess it's. I don't know how hard it would be to live stream it.
Well, since
Or
we have
film it and put it up.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
So that would be I think that wouldn't be too difficult to do.
Probably not.
Okay, so what would you give Eric?
Probably a 4.
4? Really? That's lower than I thought you would put.
No.
Okay. I thought you'd be more along the 4.5 or...
No, I think it still needs... I would prefer it to be a bit more roasted.
So if you think it's aged out a little bit, what do you think would happen with it?
Well, I think the coffee is going to drop off a bit. It might actually be perceived as being more sweet. I don't know if I would want to
definitely
put this away.
There's definitely a drink fresh beer.
It might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
It would be fun to try and see what happens. But it might kind of be perceived as more sweet after 1 or 2 years.
Okay.
I don't know. But I mean, I think it's... I don't even know if this is like it's worth aging it because it's really good as it is.
Yeah, it really, really is. I would highly recommend if you get a chance to pick this up.
Yeah,
it's just out in Systembolaget on January 2nd.
It's out. Yeah, it's out today when we record this.
Yeah. So you could probably get it online. You could also get it on maybe a Systembolaget near you.
Yeah.
I know that Hansa had quite a few bottles of it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of mixed in with the regular stouts. So if you're not looking for it, I think you'd overlook it pretty easily.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not a special small stock release. No. It's just one of the local and small scale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So what do you rate it?
I think I'm also going to give it a 4.
Yeah.
I think the sweetness kind of kills a little bit for me. Just on the initial taste, but I think it's got an amazing mouthfeel, really roasty in the aftertaste, and just a beautiful coffee smell.
Yeah. I think having a sip of, like, alternating between the two beers that we have is kind of nice as well, because they really break off each other well. Because they're so vastly different.
They are extremely different. Yeah, it's kind of like having... like a cherry pie with dessert.
Yeah.
With a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
It is. Woot woot. All right. So I want to thank Karin and Martin for co-hosting this year. They've been on the show quite a bit in the last half of the year.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for filling in and joining. And we'll be sure to have you on the show more in 2019. In fact, you'll probably be hearing Martin in a few episodes coming up later this month.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice. Yeah, that's all I got for now and for this episode. Thanks for listening to 2018. We appreciate everyone for tuning in. And 2019 will be even more fun and interesting. And who knows what we'll do next?
Well, only we know.
Yeah, it'll probably just be involving us reviewing beers.
Yeah, most likely.
One way or another. Yeah.
All right. So where can you find us online?
Oh, you got me to do it?
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify.
What's on tappodcast.com.
There you go. I always start with that one. If I don't say it first, I get lost.
Yeah.
Yep. So until next time, keep drinking stuff.